is going on, guys? We are here in Las Vegas for CinemaCon 2019. We're going to be previewing all of the major blockbusters coming from the major studios. We'll be on red carpets. We're previewing panels.
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Wait, are we at CinemaCon talking opinions and reactions to everything we've seen?
We certainly are, and
that is my jam.
we're going to have a video later on, too, from all the things that we're seeing here.
Oh my, it's going to be you, it's going to be me all week, but right now we got to go to Jordan and Kaleigh back in the studio for the AMC Thursday ticket.
Hey everyone, welcome to AMC's Thursday Ticket. I am Jordan, and today I'm joined by my friend, Kaleigh.
Hello everyone.
So as you saw in the introduction, our team is currently in Las Vegas at CinemaCon, and later in the show we're going to see all the cool things that they're learning from Vegas about all the upcoming movies this summer and later in 2019. But there are movies coming out this weekend, and we're going to talk about those in our weekend movie guide. But first, it's time for our question of the week.
Yep, I'm excited for this one. It's all about the movie
Shazam! You really got to have emphasis on it when
you can't just say Shazam. You really got to bust it out, Shazam.
Yes, so Shazam opening tonight. In the trailers, we see 14-year-olds Billy Batson and Freddie Freeman talking about superpowers.
Yep.
And if they could choose between flight or invisibility, which they would choose. And Freddie says that everyone says flight because heroes fly.
Yeah.
But we want to hear from you guys, so comment right now. If you had your choice, you could fly or you could be invisible. Which would you choose? And as you are commenting, I am going to turn it over to Kaleigh. Kaleigh, it's a tough choice.
It is.
But what would you choose?
And honestly, if I could put both of those in my superpower arsenal,
you can't be too greedy. You can only choose one.
I would want to be invisible and you'd be able to fly. However, I think I'm going to have to go with the convenience route here. How awesome would it be to fly?
Yes,
on my way to work, flying over all those cars on the freeway, it'd be way convenient. You could just totally avoid airports, the TSA altogether. Flight is my choice if I had to pick one for sure.
I mean, that's a solid choice. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are going to be agreeing with you.
Yes.
I would be a little scared of flying.
Jordan's afraid of heights,
I'm afraid
so there's
of heights.
nothing wrong with that.
I would be afraid that I would, like, hit a bird, hit a plane, hit a building. I wouldn't be too confident in my flying skills, so I'm going to go with invisibility. I think that would be a neat trick to have. I don't know.
Sneaky.
Yeah, be very sneaky, turn invisible. But looking forward to hear what you guys are saying, flight or invisibility. But we're gonna talk right now about
Shazam
in our weekend movie guide. Let's get to that. So hitting AMC theaters tonight is Shazam, the superhero film from DC Comics. Now this film follows 14-year-old Billy Batson, who becomes a superhero by just shouting one word, and that word is Shazam! Okay.
Jordan's going to keep trying that. I don't think it's going to work, unfortunately.
Didn't work for me, but it does work for Billy Batson, and Zachary Levi plays the adult version of the 14-year-old, and plays this superhero, and he does such a great job of capturing kind of that boyish charm, and really imagines what it would be like if a 14-year-old became a superhero.
Yeah, I think that's what's a fun twist on the superhero thing is really that's every young boy and everybody's dream really is to be a superhero, so to kind of, like you said, bring that boyish charm, and all the young boys who are seeing this film can kind of imagine themselves in Billy Batson's role and think, wouldn't that be cool if that was me? If I was still a 14-year-old but I looked like this grown-up and I had these superpowers, how exciting.
Yeah, and you see him, kind of testing what his powers are.
Yeah. Figuring it out, and then like quirkiness.
Doing a flossing in between while figuring out his superpowers. It really is almost like if the movie Big, starring Tom Hanks, beloved classic, was a superhero movie. It's got a lot of heart and humor, and it's kind of the 1-2 punch that DC has now with the immense success of Aquaman, and now Shazam, and then Wonder Woman 1984 coming out next year.
Exactly. So it doesn't skimp on the action. We still got the action scenes, the intense fight scenes, and all the superhero stuff that we like.
The bad guys,
yep. But it has heart to it, which I think is a really fresh take and really nice that it's kind of got this family background, because Billy Batson is in foster care and he's trying to find his family and kind of navigate his way way through school bullies and things like that, but it's got heart and action. So I think that's a fresh take.
Yeah, it's definitely going to, pull on your heartstrings while still delivering what you expect from a superhero film. We had the opportunity to sit down with the cast of Shazam, and here's what they had to say about the movie.
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Are you for real?
Say okay!
Shazam? He feels like he's the only one that doesn't belong, that no one cares about. I feel like he starts to feel like, okay, I feel like I can be myself. I have to make the best of my life.
Oh, we're all outcasts in the movie. We're all, out of foster home. We're all very different. In the end, we are the heroes. Yeah. We are the people that you would least expect to overcome, and I think that's really beautiful.
I think those are all the moments where it's finally hitting him. Like, I'm not alone. I'm not alone, and it doesn't matter that my biological mom isn't capable of being the mom that I needed, because I have a new mom and a new dad and new siblings that are awesome and in the Shazamly.
Hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
So Shazam getting great reviews. It's currently sitting at a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. And Kaleigh, what are you doing?
Well, Jordan, I'm just thumbing through this awesome comic book. And if you guys want to get one of your own, all you have to do is see it at an AMC in IMAX this weekend. It's pretty awesome. I've just been thumbing through it.
Cool.
It's got some really good content in there. You guys are definitely going to want to pick one up.
Do you think I can borrow yours after the show?
I think that you can go see it this weekend in an IMAX theater.
Okay,
and you
all
can
right,
get your own.
That's a good point. Get your tickets to Shazam at amctheaters.com or on the mobile app. But Kaleigh, we're switching gears.
We are. A little spookier.
Yes, that's complete understatement. Pet Sematary opens at AMC Theaters this weekend, and based on the Stephen King novel and then was turned into a film in the 1980s, it's getting reimagined for 2019. And for those of you who don't know about the story, it's about this couple who move into a new house that has a mysterious burial ground in the woods near the house. Tragedy, unfortunately, hits the family. And then things start getting really crazy.
So
really scary, really sinister, really spooky.
So the tagline for this film, this is what really sealed the deal for me, is it said, sometimes dead is better. So meaning that these things that are buried in this burial yard, in this home that they moved into, they don't come back the same. And it is terrifying.
Yeah, and we're kind of, we said that it's based on a Stephen King novel, and we're kind of in this Stephen King renaissance right now.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
We saw, It become the huge blockbuster that it did in 2017. We're getting It Chapter 2
I'm pumped
this
for that.
September, and then also in November, we're getting the sequel to The Shining. So Stephen King's sequel to The Shining, Dr. Sleep, starring Ewan McGregor, is hitting theaters as well. So this is one of his most well-known works. It premiered at South by Southwest. It's getting really good reviews.
And we sat down with the cast to talk all about being in a Stephen King adaptation. Let's take a look.
It's not some campfire story. There's something up there. Those woods belong to something else.
What is it about his stories that are so universal that allow different filmmakers and different storytellers to come in and see them different ways?
I think he, well, he's just a great writer, but I think it's always relatable people, if you're telling a story about vampires, werewolves that kill a car and stuff, they're never just overtly concept driven, They always start from a place of character, And I think the best stories are the ones where you could strip all of the horror out of it and you'll still have an interesting story. You could look at someone like The Shining, and at the root of that, if you took out the haunted hotel and, the ghosts and stuff, you would have a story about a guy who is suffering from writer's block, used to be an alcoholic, and who, hurt his kid, and feels bad about it, and is now suffering from that guilt, and festering under his own writer's block, and that alone is a compelling drama. But then you put all those other elements into it, like the hotel, and suddenly you're doing two things. You're telling a very relatable, personal, psychological story through the lens of genre. So Pet Sematary is one of the best examples of that. At the end of the day, it's about a family who loses a kid and how they talk about and deal with that.
What's going on?
Hug your daughter.
So that movie looks absolutely terrifying, and if you like, creepy animals and or creepy kids, this movie is for you. All kidding aside, I think you mentioned, Kaleigh, that it has an 81% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It sure does.
So if you're a horror movie fan, Pet Sematary this weekend.
Yeah, so we've got a little something to take the edge off if you're going to work up your courage to go see Pet Sematary. At our MacGuffin's bars, we have some special themed drinks, movie featured drinks, and I really like the names for these. It's the Bad Kitty and the Boneyard. So the Bad Kitty is with Patron Silver and orange juice and our house-made lime mix.
And we also have the Boneyard, which is mixed with Crystal Head vodka, pineapple juice, and also the lime mix as well.
Yeah, we've got a little video to show you guys kind of what these drinks look like and to get you excited. Let's check it out.
So for you 21 and older crowd, be sure to try the Bad Kitty or the Boneyard at a MacGuffin's bar and lounge this weekend when you see Pet Sematary.
All right, so switching gears a little bit to our next film, Best of Enemies. This is based on a true story. You know I love a film based on a true story. It's starring my girl Taraji P. Henson, and she is powerful in this role. If you haven't watched the trailer yet, I highly encourage you to go to our YouTube channel after this and watch it. She is intense, and she really just captures her character in this role. It's based in the 1970s in Durham, North Carolina, and she's really working on the issue of desegregating schools when the school that her daughter goes to has an electrical fire, and her children need a place to go to school. So she's really working with the opposing side. This gentleman, who just so happens to be in the Ku Klux Klan, is her biggest enemy in this film, and they're really trying to work to understand one another, to be able to bring their children to get an education. That's the ultimate goal, realizing that they have the same goal for their children to receive an education.
Yeah, you have Sam Rockwell playing that opposing side, and really working together, because Taraji P. Henson is resilient. She is working to get schools desegregated, and I talked about Taraji with Alicia here a few months ago. We were talking about What Men Want. So it's only April, and this is Taraji P. Henson's second movie of 2019 so far, and it really shows her incredible range as an actor.
Absolutely.
So showing her comedic chops in What Men Want, and then jumping into this very dramatic role. Which we've seen her excel in, most notably as the NASA mathematician in Hidden Figures. And then alongside her is Academy Award winner Sam Rockwell. So it's a very...
she's so talented.
Yeah, it's a very serious subject matter, but it's really about different people with different ideas and different beliefs coming together and overcoming their differences to come up with a solution.
Yeah, very relevant topic, and we got to sit down with all of them to talk about this topic. Let's take a look.
That gun don't belong here.
I like to have it close in case I need to do my talking for me.
This here does the talking for me.
I have a Bible.
Oh, you do? Have you read it?
Of course I read it.
Then you ought to know. Same God made you, made me.
When you have a charrette, you're supposed to bring, the polar opposite sides of an issue together. Well, I wish our Senate was more of a charrette every day, I don't think they talk to each other.
There are 2 or 3 things going on in this country that have divided us. And I think everybody should come to the table, especially the leaders, and talk this thing out.
There's a lot of groups that need to talk. A lot of people need to talk. A lot of people.
Ann Atwater, gosh, I can't imagine telling a story better than hers. And so I was just fortunate to be able to tell it.
All right, guys, so make sure that you see Best of Enemies this weekend at an AMC near you. And now we're going to kick it to our Hollywood news.
Kaleigh, it is April, and that means we are in the Endgame now. Avengers Endgame opens at AMC theaters on April 26th, and tickets went on sale this week. Now, this movie is one of the most highly anticipated movies of the year and potentially of all time, and ticket sales are going through the roof. And so you want to get your tickets right now at amctheaters.com or on the mobile app and see this epic follow-up to last year's Avengers Infinity War.
Correct. And 3 lucky locations out there, River East, Metreon, and Lincoln Square, are going to have this Marvel movie marathon. 22 films leading up to Avengers Endgame. That's like 60 hours worth of Marvel movie magnificence.
Yeah, if you are a Marvel,
Is that a word?
If you are a Marvel fan and living in Chicago, San Francisco, or New York, this marathon is like the ultimate treat. 22 movies leading up to Endgame. Doesn't get better than that. So we alluded to this earlier in the show, but CinemaCon is happening right now in Las Vegas, and our team is there getting all of the things that you need to know that the studios are sharing about their upcoming slate of movies. And we have a recap video for you right now from the team in Vegas. Let's take a look.
Thanks so much, guys. We are here in Las Vegas at CinemaCon 2019. We've seen so much great footage. It's gotten us really excited for upcoming movies. Sergio, what's the movie you're most excited to see?
There are so many movies to choose from, but you guys know me at home. I'm a comic book lover at heart. My favorite, The Joker. When Todd Phillips got up there on stage and he immediately started talking about the movie and what genre it fell in, he said it was a tragedy. It's a movie we haven't seen before. I love the direction that they're taking. It's very, very dark.
Cool. I'm going to go in a different direction, and I'm going to choose Toy Story 4. If only because I didn't really think that we needed another Toy Story movie. But what I loved is when they came out on the stage for the panel, they addressed that immediately. They said, the ending of Toy Story 3 is perfect, but we have a new story to tell. And then when they showed us 17 minutes of footage, completely swept me up. I'm on board with the story. I'm glad to be back with Woody and Buzz and the characters, and now I cannot wait for that movie to get here.
Yeah, and the one I'm excited about is actually quite a different story. I'm going to go with Yesterday, and you guys know I love music. I love to sing on the show whenever possible, and Yesterday tells the story of a guy, he gets hit by a bus during a massive power outage, and when he wakes up, he is the only person in the world that remembers and knows the music of the Beatles. It's such a great idea and story. Kind of hope it happens to me. But what happens is he becomes the greatest singer-songwriter in the world overnight, and it just looks like such a funny, cool, heartwarming story. Great music. I'm tempted to sing us out, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go right now. We're just going to kick it right back to Jordan and Kaleigh in the studio.
Okay, they look like they're having a fabulous time at CinemaCon. They're learning all sorts of cool stuff. We have lots to look forward to, but you know what else we have to look forward to? The weather's heating up, but you know what else is heating up, Jordan? The box office.
The box office.
There are lots of movies coming out this summer that we are super excited for. Personally, for me, it's Lion King, Secret Life of Pets 2, Pokemon. Those are, I think, my top 3.
Yeah, so
But there are
bringing
so
the
many
child out of you.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to relinquish my inner child this summer and see all those films.
Yeah, there's so many movies to choose from coming out this summer. It's really the best time for a movie fan. But let us know right now, what summer movies are you looking forward to seeing? Are they the 3 that Kaleigh mentioned? Lion King, Secret Life of Pets 2, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, or are there something else? I mean, there's a lot to choose from. There's no wrong answers here. The ones that I'm really looking forward to, I mean, besides Avengers Endgame, if we're including that as a summer movie.
We'll say it's more spring.
Yeah, April 20th.
You can still see it in the summertime.
Yes. I'm really looking forward to Rocket Man. Taron Egerton is Sir Elton John. I mean, what they've shown from that movie looks really fascinating, and sees that he does a very honest portrayal of the famed singer.
Yeah, coming off the heels of Bohemian Rhapsody, I think that this is one of my favorite type of films where they do these remake of these iconic musicians.
Yeah. Also, really looking forward to John Wick Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Huge fan of the franchise. Keanu Reeves seeking vengeance.
Yep. He keeps getting better and better and better
But
each
the action
film.
keeps, the stakes keep getting higher and higher. This one, you have Halle Berry teaming up with him. And then the other one that I am extremely looking forward to, so if you know me, you know I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, my favorite comic book character of all time.
Yeah.
Super, super pumped to see Spider-Man Far From Home. Also, Jake Gyllenhaal is my favorite actor.
So
Fun
this
fact for you.
movie is for you.
He plays Mysterio in the film, so Spider-Man Far From Home anticipation is high, but looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. So comment right now as we jump to our AMC Independent Spotlight and talk about the independent films hitting AMC theaters this weekend. Opening at select AMC theaters this weekend is Storm Boy. Now this film is based on the Australian novel, and it's about a retired man played by Jeffrey Rush who recounts his time as a young boy when he rescues and raises an orphaned pelican. Now, through flashbacks, we see this unusual but very heartwarming friendship. Now, this film is inspiring, and it's for the whole family. It's opening at 30 AMC theaters this weekend, so go to our website to see if it's playing at a theater near you.
Awesome. Well, the next film is The Mustang, and it is opening wide this weekend. It debuted at Sundance Film Festival, and it is currently 95% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, which is very impressive. This is the story of Roman Coleman, who is a violent convict who is given the chance to participate in a rehabilitation program where he's working on training wild Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean, it got rave reviews from Sundance, and it's really praising the powerful performances in the film and this story of redemption and finding your humanity, such as the main character does in this film. Next up in our AMC Independent Spotlight is Amazing Grace. Now, this is a brand new documentary about Aretha Franklin. It's only opening at a few AMC theaters this weekend, at AMC Burbank and AMC Empire 25. So if you are living in Los Angeles or New York, be sure to see this movie this weekend. But it's also going to be expanding to additional AMC theaters later this month.
Yeah, you guys are going to want to keep a lookout to see if it's at an AMC near you, because this is never before seen footage of her recording her album Amazing Grace. This was footage that was sitting somewhere, somebody dusted it off and realized how absolutely magnificent it was, of her from the 1970s just being her absolutely queen of soul self.
Yeah, and if you RESPECT, the Queen of Soul, be sure to check out Amazing Grace. Or if you love AMC independent films, be sure to go to amctheaters.com or on the mobile app to get tickets for the films that we mentioned. But Kaleigh, it's our favorite time. We're talking exclusive offers. Let's get to those right now.
First up in our exclusive offers, don't forget, if you want this awesome comic book, all you have to do is see Shazam in IMAX at AMC this weekend.
And we also have an exclusive offer for you AMC Stubs members. If you purchase tickets to the new Leica film Missing Link now through April 25th, you're going to be automatically entered to win a trip for you and your family to the Pacific Northwest. You'll explore a national park and journey from Portland to Seattle.
Awesome. So we have our Avengers Endgame fan event. It is one of our favorite events of all time, of the fan events. It is going to be April 25th at 5 p.m. That is 1 hour before any other public showtime. You get a regular drink and a collectible coin.
Yeah, this is a movie that you're going to want to see before everyone else, so be sure to get your tickets to our Avengers fan event. Also, if you experience Avengers Endgame in IMAX, opening weekend, you are going to get an exclusive poster. It's part of a 3-part poster series. So the first one was with Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Then there's the second one, which is opening weekend for Avengers Endgame. And then to complete the set, you'll see Avengers Endgame second weekend in IMAX. So grab your Avengers Endgame tickets right now.
You're going to have to collect them all.
Yes.
So next up in our exclusive offers, we have the Wonder Park BOGO. So April 5th, between April 11th, all you have to do is buy a ticket at the box office and you will automatically get 1 ticket free. So buy one, get one.
Yeah, perfect for the family. Wonder Park now playing at AMC Theater. So there's a lot that we covered in today's Thursday Ticket, Kaleigh. Some new movies coming out, a lot of Hollywood news, and CinemaCon is happening.
CinemaCon.
So be sure to follow us all week as we give you more updates from Las Vegas on all of the cool things that are coming from CinemaCon. Be sure to get your tickets to the movies we mentioned and more at amctheaters.com and on the mobile app.
And don't forget to follow us on social media at AMC on Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we will see you next week for an all-new Thursday Ticket, same time, new movies. We'll see you then.